It's another K-Town beat.
YouTube. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. I'm back. Look, I'm in my brand new location. I got a second location, but this location is all sweet. So, you know, I'm gonna be dropping the video of the whole thing when it's done. I'm do like a little, you know, grand opening and everything, and I'm gonna make a video and show y'all that. You see the chairs, I got the signature red chairs, you know what I mean? But anyway, so this is a drop fade, right? And let me say it's a drop fade, kind of like mid fade, but the drop fade thing gets kind of tricky because everybody's head is different, right? So the thing about the drop fade, you want to drop it just like how I got it going under the nape of the head, right? Right under the hump. In layman terms, under the hump. You know what I mean? So you want to keep your first guideline low as possible, but you still need room to fade, right? That's the thing that you need. You still need room to fade. So keeping the guideline low is essential, right? So just remember that, and keep the back line, keep that low also. And just try to make everything even and line it up. Now, when you get to the top, you just want to comb everything out and not speed it up. It look funny, sped up. But look, so you just want to comb it out, right? And so you comb it out just so everything can flow. You can see the hair pattern. You can see which way that you need to take the clipper, right? So you follow the wave pattern. He got like light waves in there, but he wanted to keep it thick. So I used a 2 on top. I used the number 2 on top. Here, I went open, no guard, and I'm still keeping the fade low. The thing about it is, with this, I want to focus on that first guideline that I made. So really, initially, when you do open no guard, you initially really just trying to fade that first guideline out, right? Now, after that, I got the 1 guard right here, and I want to knock off some of the bulk around that second guideline that we just made, right? And then I want to come back. I got the 1.5 right here, and I kind of like to skip, guards here when I'm doing the drop fade, because I like to, like, normally you would come with a 1 guard and then a 1.5 guard. For some reason, when I do that, sometimes it'll bring the fade too high. So what I like to do is use a no guard, and then I use a bigger guard, the next bigger guard, instead of the one that comes after it, like the 1. So then I go to the 1.5, and I bring it up to kind of like where it's blending in with the top. And then I come back with my 1 guard, and I blend in between the 2 lines, right? So you see right there, like, I debulked it a lot to where I can see. So now you see me coming back. Now I got my 1 guard, right? And everything I do mostly is open and close. If you see me doing something that's not open and close, because I kind of I know what to do. But if you're a beginner, or you just getting started, or just trying to learn a new technique, you go open to close, because it minimizes your mistakes, right? So, and I really don't like to speed up my videos, because I want you to see everything that I'm doing, right? Like, and if you look closely, I'm really just using the corner of the blade, right? And I'm working it like that. You know what I'm saying? See, like, use the corner of the blade, and it's gonna help you blend better, right? You can't use the whole blade, because once you use the whole blade, you're gonna create a guideline. Using the corners of the blade is gonna make it where you're not you're blending, you're feathering, right? You're not creating a hard line, right? So if you diligently, work at it, just keep going, closing the lever, you'll get the line out. That first guideline is what we're really trying to remove, right? So it take a little while, but like I said, if you keep at it, to go away, and you see now it's really starting to blend in. Now you probably have to get a little creative. You see my thumb on top. I'm really always stretching the skin, and sometimes to remove that line like that, you have to stretch the skin because the head has indentions in it, or you want to pull it tight so when that flat blade hit it, you can get rid of the line. So you have a fade blade, and then you have like a taper blade, a surgical blade too, right? Like I call it different. The proper term, I'm not exactly sure, but a surgical blade is just that flat blade for me, right? In a taper blade is the one with the ridges in it, and it kind of curves a little bit. It's not just flat, right? So if you want to get rid of a line really well, you could use that surgical blade, the super flat blade, and it'll help you remove the line easy. You know what I mean? So different blades do different things, and I like to have different blades on my clippers so I can perform different things, right? So basically the blade with the ridges, right, which I call the taper blade, is gonna be great for blending. Just like when I showed y'all on the designers, that blade is perfect like for blending. That's why I like that clipper. I think this right here is the wall anniversary clipper that I'm using right here. It's similar to the wall senior, right? But I like that clipper. This clipper right here. This clipper right here, it can do everything, right? But that blade is good for that. And then the other blade, like I said, the surgical blade is good for like defining, removing lines, ball fades, stuff like that. You can blend with it also, but it's more of a more detailed, more sharp, precise look. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want a fade. You want kind of like a soft fade, but cleaned up really well and tight towards the bottom or something. But anyway, so I took my time. I worked that line out. If you see it, you see I'm kind of working it out. Now I got a little bulk to try to remove here. Because his hair is curly, sometimes you'll have to use clipper over comb in order to get that exact look that you're looking for, because guards don't necessarily get into cracks the way that clip over comb can, right? And you constantly like looking for bulk. You want everything to blend really well with each other. You want everything to flow. You want the pattern to flow. So that's what I'm doing right here. You have to be detailed and take your time with stuff. And I still see a little line at the bottom, so I clean it up. The whole point of this, what I'm saying is, you just want to be consistent, and you want to believe in what you're doing. Some people might give up on removing the line or something, but just remember, if you want to get rid of a line, you use the corner of the blade. Even if you're using the trimmer, you use the corner of the blade. Now this side, I will speed it up a little bit on this side, because I want you to just be able to pay attention to the method, what I'm using. I do the exact same thing from side to side, so you keep in mind that everything is a process. I mean, it's a system. and everything is a process too also. So for me, I tell y'all it's three things to do. Your approach, your system, and then your execution. So those three things are the three things that you need. Now for the edge up. So on the edge up, line up, whatever you want to call it, you want to try to get it as even as possible, as sharp as possible. This to miss the outline of detail and spray. So we're gonna spray that in. The detail and spray gets the hair uh dry, and it allows you to um, keep the hair in place while you get ready to line it up. So you can start from in the middle. You want to look at it in the mirror, see, the mirror doesn't lie. So a lot of times when I'm doing my lineups, I use the mirror, right? Because it's gonna tell me, which side is higher, which side is lower. Sometimes you can trust your eyes and feel like it's right, but if you turn to the mirror, you can tell that it's off a little bit in certain places sometimes. So the mirror doesn't lie. So look in the mirror, because the mirror is what the client is gonna see. That's what he gonna be looking at. So the best thing for you to do is look at the mirror also. Now, doing a lineup, you want to just take your time with it. You know, try not to push the hairline back any. Sometimes you have to go up here or there, you know, in order to, make it match all the way around, So sometimes a natural hairline it could be crooked. So be careful of that. Just try not to push it up too high or back too far, right? So right here you see me looking. I see a little piece I don't like, but the key here is the thing to pay attention to is how I'm actually taking my time with it, right? I'm actually taking my time with it because I wanted to be crisp, right? I wanted to be sharp, right? And a lot of times I'm not focused on crispy look right away. A lot of times I'm focused on just getting the initial line set up, right? So on this one, um, we didn't really use much enhancement on this, right? Only on this right side of the screen you can kind of tell you're a little light in that corner, but you see how crispy it is already, right? Detail and spray and detail is, if you got your clipper set right, man, you'll be okay, right? So that's what we're doing. Now you want to come back to the middle where you started at. Try to get it lined up just right, you know, and start from that same starting point. You see how it's angling right there? This is what I'm trying to show you, how it's angling right there. And another thing, since I'm in the new location certain days, but this is a suite, I got it set up different. So I, I got the suites too. I created this so I can create better videos for you to show you, you know, better how to achieve the look that you're looking for. In my other spot, I can't really get the camera stuff to do it the way that I want. And as you can see, I worked that line. I didn't push it back too far because I'm just trying to get it to match. If anything right there, I just hit it with a little hair fiber and it'll be okay. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing right here. You see that? So, and on the lineup part right here, you see we just tapping, right? Well, these detailers the truth. So if you ask me what's the best trimmer on the market, it's definitely the detailer. Like, hands down, like, and I've used everything, right? I've used so many trimmers before over my barber career, 20 years, right? So I'm giving you a professional opinion. The blade is the truth. It's the blade. Now, a lot of people have a hard time setting this blade. And I made a video on it, but for somehow people don't find it or something. I don't know. If you just go into my videos and maybe type in zero gap Mr. Outliner or something like that, it'll pull up. Now, I'm old school with it. I just use my eyesight to do it, but I did show you a way to get that look, right? That make your trimmer, as sharp as possible, lined up the best way it can be. And here on the beard, I just wanted to show y'all, a little bit of it. It's nothing spectacular going on here. You just want to, pull up in a way when you're doing the beard. Don't push down like how I'm pushing down right now. I did that just to like clean up towards the line. But when you making the initial line, you want to pull up in a way, right? And you want to get the back of the beard too, just to make everything look sharp, make it look crisp. Look at that fade on that boy, man. You know what I mean? But hey, so look, this is, like I said, it's kind of like a mid fade. I wouldn't just necessarily call it like a super drop fade. You can pull it up. It might say mid drop fade. I might title it that, mid drop fade, something like that, right? So, yeah, you want to get, the whole, get your trimmers. Your trimmers is important in, for finishing touches on a haircut. You know what I mean? So make sure you watch that video. I'll try to drop it at the end of the video. If not, just type in Mr. Outliner, zero gap, wall cordless detail or something like that. It should pop up, and you can see what I did when I adjusted them. You know what I mean? And I think I even got a video on there, on the same video, where I show you how they hit before and after. You know what I mean? So look, man, this is sick. This haircut is sick. I'm liking the new space that I'm in because I can give y'all better videos, better quality, all that good type of stuff. You know what I mean? So look, I'm gonna bring it to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the video too of the, of the whole thing, the Mr. Outliner, suites, Outliner suites. So if you're in Houston and you're looking for me, it's Outliner's Barbershop. That's where I'm at. But anyway, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.